Crystal field theory of metal ligand bonding in transition metal complexes. These are the three modern theories of bonding in transition metal complexes: valence bond theory, crystal field theory, and molecular orbital theory. Before going to discuss crystal field theory, let us have a look on valence bond theory. According to valence bond theory, the bonding between metal ion and ligand is purely covalent. A bond is formed by the overlapping of hybrid empty orbital of metal ion with the filled orbital of ligand containing lone pair of electrons. Crystal field theory. This theory was given by Van Vleck and Hans Bethe. According to this theory, the bond between metal ion and ligand is purely electrostatic. When the bond is formed, metal ion and ligand approach each other and act as point charges, and the interaction between a metal ion and ligand are purely electrostatic. This theory focuses on the repulsion between the ligand's electron and the d electrons of the central metal ion, and the interaction between metal ion and negative ligand is ion-ion interaction, whereas when the ligand is a neutral molecule, interaction between metal ion and neutral ligand is dipole ion interaction. When central metal ion having d electrons interact with the ligands or ligands around the central metal ion, ligands with negative charge or the neutral molecule having dipole, they interact with the negative charge on the metal ion or the electron present in the central metal ion. This causes the interionic repulsion between the electrons of d orbital and negative charge on the ligand, and this causes the energy of d orbital raised. In absence of ligand, the energy of all 5d orbitals are same, and these orbitals are known as degenerate orbitals. These are the 5d orbitals on the transition metal ion. This is the metal ion, and the arrangement of the 6 ligand around the central metal ion is octahedral. In d orbitals, you can see all these orbitals are different in their lobes orientation. Different orbitals lobe oriented towards different axes. Like if you see in dxy orbital, there are 4 lobes of this orbital, and these lobes are present in between the xy axis. The 4 lobes are present between x and y axis, whereas in d orbital xyz, the lobes are present between the y and z axis, as it is visible in this picture. The lobes are present in between z and y or y and z axis, whereas in dzx or dxz orbitals, the lobes of the d orbitals are present between x and z axis. There are 2 more orbitals having different types of lobes. dz square orbital of the d subshell, it has only 2 lobes, and these 2 lobes are directly pointing towards the z axis, and there is a electron cloud in the center. In dx square minus y square orbital, there are four lobes, and these four lobes are directly pointing towards the x-axis and y-axis. So these are the orientations of 5d orbitals in a transition metal ion. When ligands approach symmetrically a central metal ion, the energy of all these five orbitals raised. Now, you need to understand what is crystal field splitting. Crystal field splitting is different in different geometries. First, we will discuss crystal field splitting in octahedral complexes. As we have seen, a central metal ion surrounded by the ligands. The ligands may surround the central metal ion symmetrically, and in such a situation all the electrons present in d orbital experience same repulsion. But if the ligands arrange themselves in a particular geometry, say octahedral geometry, the orbitals, d orbitals, get split, and the splitting, this is known as crystal field splitting. And there are 5d orbitals, and these 5d orbitals get split in two different sets, and these two different sets are known as T2g and EG set. And these two sets of orbitals have different energies. These are the 5d orbitals around central metal ion. As we have discussed, all these 5d orbitals have same energy when the metal ion or metal cation is in free state. When negatively charged ligand uh, surround or approach the central metal ion, they uniformly increase the energy of these 5d orbitals. The energy of all the 5d orbitals raised to its from its initial state of energy of the d orbitals. But as soon as the ligands arrange themselves around the central metal ion, in octahedral geometry, six ligands approach the d orbitals around the metal ion uh, through different axes. Like in geometry, four of the ligands are present on a plane, square planarly, and two ligands are directed along the z axis. And when these ligands interact with the d orbitals, the three orbitals, three d orbitals, dxy, dxz, and dyz orbitals, as you have seen, the orbitals of these lobes are not directed along the axis. They are present in between the axis. Their lobes are present in between the axis. dxy lobe and dxz lobe and dyz orbital lobe are present in between their respective axes. Whereas the remaining two orbitals, dx square minus y square, its four lobes are directly pointing towards the x and y axis, and the ligands are approaching through these axes, so they feel more repulsion in comparison to any of these three orbitals, dxy, dxz, and dyz. So energy of this orbital raised in comparison to the three orbitals, uh, the dxy, dyz, and dxz orbital. Similarly, the fifth d orbital, dz square orbital, its lobes are directly pointing towards the z axis. So this orbital also feel direct repulsion, or ligands approach when central metal ion, they feel more repulsion in comparison to the three orbitals. So this is how the five orbitals of d subshell gets split into two sets, as it has been shown in the diagram. These are the two sets. In this one set is containing dxy, dyz and dzx orbitals, and this set is known as T2g set, whereas the remaining two orbitals, dx square minus y square and dz square orbitals, these two orbitals are raised in energy, and the set is known as Eg. Now let us see how, when a complex is formed, it gets stabilized according to crystal field theory. When a complex is formed, the energy of the complex is decreased, and this is known as crystal field stabilization energy. And according to crystal field theory, this energy can be calculated. And this is crystal field stabilization energy is the amount of energy provided by the splitting of d orbitals into two sets. And you can see here, this is free ion, and these are the 5d orbitals in presence of spherically surrounding ligands. When they arrange themselves octahedrally around central metal ion, the 5 orbitals, d orbitals, get split, and these are the two sets of d orbital, T2g and Eg set. Here uh, these three orbital of T2g set get decreased in energy by an amount of 0.4 delta O, or it is represented by 4 dq, whereas the energy of other set or the orbitals of Eg set get increased by an amount of 0.6 delta O, or 6 dq. So for different complexes, the number of electrons that are present in different sets can be used to calculate the energy of the complex. The crystal field stabilization energy for this complex or D1 system can be calculated by this formula. This is a very simple way to calculate the energy for a complex, like every electron that goes to T2g set stabilizes the complex by an amount of 0.4 delta O, or 4 dq. So we will represent this with minus sign, because stabilization is taking place in the formation of a complex. So crystal field stabilization energy for this complex would be minus 4 dq, because there is only one electron, and every electron cause the stabilization to an amount of minus 4 dq. Or if you want to represent the crystal field stabilization energy in terms of delta O, you can do that by taking 0.4 value for one electron. So the energy will be minus 0.4 delta O. So this is the crystal field stabilization energy for a complex having one electron in its d orbital. Any system having one electron in the d orbital will get stabilized by an amount of minus 4 dq, or minus 0.4 delta O, for an octahedral system. Here O especially stands for octahedral complexes. And the electronic configuration according to crystal field theory for such a system can be written as T2G1. So the electronic configuration for D1 system is T2G1. Now let us see for the crystal field stabilization energy for D2 system. D2 system means when there are two electrons present in d orbitals. The example for such a complex is complexes of vanadium. Vanadium in tripositive cationic state has 2 electrons. These 2 electrons similarly has an option to occupy any of the d orbital in absence of ligand. But when the ligand approach octahedrally the central metal ion, the orbitals get split and these 2 electrons to stabilize the system would prefer to go in T2G set. Thus they stabilize the complex, and the crystal field stabilization energy for this complex can be calculated easily from the same formula here. Because there are 2 electrons, so 2 into minus 4 dq, the stabilization is minus 8 dq. If in terms of delta O, the crystal field stabilization is minus 0.8 delta O, and the electronic configuration for such a complex is T2G2. The 2 electrons will be written on the T2G set. Here is D3 system. The example of D3 system is complexes of chromium. Chromium in tripositive cationic state has 3 electrons. These three electrons, when octahedrally surrounded, or this metal when octahedrally surrounded by ligands, these 3 electrons would occupy the T2G set because they are lower in energy. So the crystal field stabilization energy for such a complex would be minus 12 dq, or in terms of delta O it will be minus 1.2 delta O, and the electronic configuration is T2G3. D4 system, or complexes having 4 electrons in d orbitals. The example of such complexes are of manganese. Manganese in tripositive cationic state has 4 electrons in d orbitals. When there are 4 electrons, there are two possibilities of the electronic configuration. In first possibility, all the 4 electrons may go to T2G orbitals with 1 electron gets paired. Then the electronic configuration will be T2G4. In second possibility, 3 electrons may be occupied to T2G orbitals, and the fourth electron may go to one of the EG orbitals. Then the electronic configuration will be T2G3 EG1. But the actual configuration decided by the crystal field stabilization energy and pairing energy. The first possibility will be there if crystal field stabilization energy is more than the pairing energy. Then the pairing can be afforded by the complex, because certain amount of energy is required for an electron to get paired. If the crystal field stabilization energy in octahedral complex is less, then pairing is not done and the electron remains unpaired and it occupy the one of the EG orbitals. A complex of first possibility is known as strong field complex, because in that case the crystal field stabilization energy is more than pairing energy. And the second type of complexes are weak field complexes, because crystal field stabilization energy is less. These are the two electronic configurations, two possibilities for D4 system. In first possibility, all the 4 electrons are present in T2G orbitals and the electronic configuration is T2G4. crystal field stabilization energy for such a complex is minus 16 dq, and in terms of delta O, the crystal field stabilization energy is minus 1.6 delta O, because the complex is strong field. In second possibility, 3 electrons are present in T2g orbital, and a fourth electron goes to one of the EG orbital, and the crystal field stabilization energy for such a complex will be minus dq, or minus 0.6 delta O, and the electronic configuration is T2g3 Eg1, because the complex is weak field. So you can see out of these two possibilities, the stabilization is more in case of strong field complexes, and in second complex, because of weak field, the crystal field stabilization energy is less. Let us see D5 system. The example of D5 system, or complexes in which the central metal atom has 5 electrons in d orbitals. The complexes of iron in tripositive cationic state are the example of D5 system. There are again two possibilities of the electronic configuration of the electrons. In first possibility, all the 5 electrons are present in T2g orbitals, and the electronic configuration can be written as T2g5. In such a situation, or we can say in strong field complex, because the crystal field stabilization energy is more, these fourth and fifth electrons get paired in T2g orbital. So the stabilization energy in this complex is minus 20 dq plus 2p. Here 2p is included because this amount of energy is required to get these two electrons paired. So the total net crystal field stabilization energy for this complex is minus 20 dq plus 2p, or minus 2.0 delta O plus 2p. In second possibilities, 3 electron may be present in T2g orbitals, and the remaining 2 orbital, rather than get paired in T2g orbital, may go to EG orbitals. In that situation, the crystal field stabilization in the complex will be 0, and the electronic configuration of the complex is T2g3 Eg2. D6 system. The example of D6 system are the complexes of cobalt tripositive cation. In first possibility, all the 6 electrons may go to T2g orbital in strong field complexes, and the stabilization in the complex will be there, and the crystal field stabilization energy is minus 24 dq, or minus 2.4 delta O. With pairing energy, we can write it plus 3p. In second possibility, first 5 electrons singly occupy all the 5d orbitals, then the 6th electron get paired with in the T2g orbital. In this complex, the crystal field stabilization energy is minus 4 dq, or minus 0.4 delta O, and the electronic configuration in first complex is T2g6, and in second complex it is T2g4 Eg2. In D7 system, in strong field complex, 6 electrons are present in T2g orbitals, and the last seventh electron goes to Eg orbital, and the crystal field stabilization energy of the complex is minus 18 dq or 1.8 delta O. In second possibility, in weak field complex, the electronic configuration is 5 electrons are present in T2g orbital and 2 electrons are present in Eg orbital, and the crystal field stabilization energy of the complex is minus 8 dq or minus 0.8 delta O. In the electronic configuration, you can see for the first complex is T2g6 Eg1, for second complex it is T2g5 Eg2. Now for the D8, D9 and D10 systems, these systems have only one possible configuration, both in weak field and strong field. Let us see D8 system. Such complexes are of nickel, in which there are 8 electrons in d orbitals. The 6 electrons out of 8 electrons are present in T2g set, and remaining 2 electrons are present in Eg set. Then the crystal field stabilization energy for the complex is minus 12 dq or 1.2 delta O. For D9 system, the example of D9 system is complex of copper. In this system, 6 electrons are present in T2g set and 3 electrons are present in Eg set, and the crystal field stabilization energy is minus 6 dq or minus 0.6 delta O. Electronic configuration in D8 system is T2g6 Eg2, and in D9 system it is T2g6 Eg3. D10 system. The example of D10 system is the complexes of zinc ion. You can see all the orbitals of T2g set and Eg sets are completely filled, because there are 10 electrons and all electrons occupy all the orbitals and all electrons are paired. And if you calculate the crystal field stabilization energy for such a system or a complex having 10 electrons in D10 system, the crystal field stabilization energy comes out to be 0. And the electronic configuration for such a complex is T2g6 Eg4.